I know already for a long time that I have certain behaviors that I personally wanted to, well, kind of get rid of, which were counterproductive or not so resourceful, as Marissa would say. And so when the course came available, there was one of the things that I wanted to address, but I didn't know how to do it on my own. Those behaviors, I think. During the course, have been modified, which was very helpful. I got a lot of insights and tools to help me with that. I think I've become more understanding of people and different backgrounds and why people do in a certain react in a certain way or handle things in a certain way. I'm much more open to other people's solution. One of the things is that I wasn't very good at listening, I would say. And also, I'm highly internal. So in terms of my decision making, it's basically most of the time I know already what I want, but just for formality, I have to ask. And that is not good because people can have very interesting insights and good contributions and good solutions, which I would cut out by behaving in that way. And so after doing the coaching sessions with Marissa, I think that has changed a lot. I listen much more, and I think it really helps also my team members to have more trust and confidence. So yeah, I think it's a completely different situation. I think I'm in many ways, not that I was hyper or stressed before, but I think in many ways I'm much calmer at this point in time, which I think ultimately benefits team and myself. I'm very pleased, I would say, to have gone through this course and become a much more rounded leader. So one of the things that I worked on during the coaching sessions is I always had difficulty with people reacting emotionally in situations, right? Particularly when it comes to kind of conflicts or disagreements. And that has to do with that I'm myself highly rational. So I couldn't understand, why people would react in such a way, and I couldn't do anything with it. Some of my colleagues, in particular, one over the past few years, I had some quite intense clashes with, not to the extent of fighting, but just absolutely not understanding each other, where we come from. And I've worked with on that with Marissa during the coaching, and she helped me to understand, people that come from an emotional reaction or either from an emotional background, that they have good intentions, but it's for me to find out what is it actually that they are telling me, right? So understand that they're emotional, try to go beyond that. What is it actually that they're communicating? And since then, also with the tools that Marissa gave me, I've been able to do that, and it has been extremely helpful for me. I mean, fingers crossed, I haven't had those conflicts anymore, which is really helpful, I think. Well, one of the most significant things is which came almost to the end of the sessions. I knew that I had issues with people that, as I would say, don't step up. They don't perform their job fully, and it's not because of they don't have the skills. It's just putting your 100% in it. If people don't do that, I will basically put them in the fridge, so to say. And whenever they would make mistakes, however little it is, as I would always say, I bring out the guns and shoot at them to amplify, the mistakes that they make. That is a way that I've been doing for many, many years. And I didn't know how else to do it. So during the coaching sessions, there have been many conversations around this topic. I'm always one that is willing to help someone, right? I try to help people, but I only help people in the way that I think, that I know. And the big realization is that sometimes that is not the help that people need, my way of help, right? So I've learned to listen to people and to get out of them how actually they can be helped, but and they will have to use their own words and describe on how they need my support. And there was a major significant change because otherwise it's very one directional, and now it has become a two-way street, and going about it in that way increases the chances of helping someone that might be struggling with something. So that all in all for me was a big shift in going about managing people. Yeah, Marissa, through the sessions that we have gone through, which were at times quite intense, ultimately helped me to be much calmer in leading people, more inclusive, having people more included well, from my thought process to finding directions for solutions, or finding solutions themselves. And I think that has given the team much more trust and confidence. And ultimately, it allows them to perform better. I've learned also basically to more guide the process than be very much involved in it. I think they're more independent now, and they're much more confident in what they are doing. Of course, I did the coaching session, but I think my team benefits from it in a very, very great way. I would still be stuck in my old ways, like half conscious that it's not really productive, knowing the issues that there are, but not knowing how to what to do with that. And ultimately for the team, I would just be repeating myself over and over again. So yeah, in that sense, I'm very grateful that I've been able to do this program to make that change, and I wouldn't want to think about not having gone through this program and not making the changes that I've made. By my experience, Marissa is very well versed in that and is very adaptable to what it is that you need. She brought me on a process of deeply thinking about myself, my own behaviors, and for people who really have an interest to change some of the behaviors that they think are not useful in a role as a leader. I would definitely say to enroll in the Leadership Business Intelligence program, because I'm 100% sure they will benefit from it, and as well as their teams. Marissa, thank you so much for going on this journey with me, because it truly was a journey. You've been extremely helpful. I know at times in certain sessions, I don't know if stuck is the right word, but I couldn't find the right way to set the direction for the change. And I'm very thankful that you are always very patient and will always find a way how to bring the ship afloat again. As I mentioned earlier, without you, I wouldn't be who I am today as a leader. And I thank you very much for that.